Impact segment tonight, 19-year-old Mohammed Assam Mohammed is under arrest in Oregon, charged with attempted use of a weapon of mass destruction. A former Oregon State University student tried to acquire a bomb and set it off in Pioneer Square at a Christmas tree lighting. So says the FBI would set up a sting that caught Mr. Mohammed. No real bomb was ever in play. Joining us now from Portland, syndicated radio host Lars Larson, who's been talking about this all day. So Lars, you know, as you know, and some of the viewers know, I worked in Portland, and I know you, and the city council and the mayor don't cooperate with the federal authorities on terrorism investigations. That's what makes this such a bizarre story. Am I correct?
Absolutely correct, Bill. Here's the thing. 5 years ago, the city of Portland pulled out of the Joint Terrorism Task Force. At the time, they said they were the first city. 5 years later, they're still the only city in America that will not cooperate formally with the FBI. And it's crazy. Now, individual police officers and the Bureau do some cooperation with the FBI, but the city council is so anti-FBI, anti-Patriot Act, and anti-terrorism, if you will, that they don't want to go along with it. Although just today, one member of the council said he's going to propose that they jump back in. But it's the kind of it kind of sizes up the demeanor of this city. Also, the fact that most of the people in this city won't even call that tree a Christmas tree, even though the terrorist even called it a Christmas tree. It's kind of that kind of attitude in Portland.
Portland is a very secular city, very liberal city. So is the surrounding county, Multnomah. But what was the fuse that lit the backing away from the anti-terrorism task force? What was there one thing that the Portland City Council and mayor said that you did this and we don't want to cooperate with you? Was there one thing?
No. You know, you wish it was that rational a reason, Bill, but I covered all this back in the day. The former police chief who became mayor, Tom Potter, had a personal beef. He said, if the FBI won't brief me in on every single thing that JTTF is doing, then I'm not playing ball.
Okay, so and they didn't like him in the first place. All right. And I'm sure the Oregonian newspapers, uber left as they come, that backed them up, and there we go. Now, the kid, and I call him a kid, he's 19 years old, he never really had a bomb. And now there's a debate, which is growing, and we're going to do this with Judge Napolitano tomorrow on the factor, that the FBI entrapped him. Here's what Attorney General Holder said today about the entrapment charge. Go.
I am confident that there is no entrapment here, no entrapment claim will be found to be successful. There were, as I said, a number of opportunities that the subject in this matter, the defendant in this matter, was given to retreat, to take a different path. He chose at every step to continue.
So the guy wanted to blow up a bomb in Pioneer Square. People have never been to Portland. That is the gathering place. There were hundreds, maybe 1,000 people in the square for the Christmas tree lighting. He tried to get the device from an FBI undercover agent, and they popped him, right?
Absolutely. And Bill, here's the thing. You read the entire affidavit, as I did for the second time last night, and you find out this man came to them. They believed that he was seeking to do some kind of jihad, but they let him define it. They said, what do you want to do? And he said, well, either pray 5 times a day or go operational and blow something up. And he said that this was a guy who said that as a kid, he watched the people jumping from the Twin Towers and thought it was awesome. He enjoyed it. This guy was a really sick individual, and they let him decide what he wanted to do. He was the one who came up with the entire plan. They supplied him with the false bomb to make him think he was moving forward, so that at the very end, nobody's life was ever put at risk.
Okay, now what are you hearing on the radio as far as people are obviously angry? What are they angry at?
They're angry at him. They're angry at this country for being so loose about our borders, about security, about things like this. And in some cases, they're really angry at the city of Portland for not being more outraged that tens of thousands of people were gathered in that square, and this man was prepared to murder them, and there isn't more reaction to it. And the fact that the city council right across the street from where I'm standing is still thinking about whether or not they want to help out the FBI. The town is run by a bunch of fools for the most part.
Okay, final question. Will this change, in your opinion? I'm going to make a prediction. Will the folks of Portland demand that their city get back and cooperate with the FBI on terror projects? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, absolutely, Bill. I think that's what they'll do. I don't see that they have any other choice. And it's absurd that this is the only city in America. There are more liberal cities, but not by much. But the fact that this city just says we won't play ball, it's lunacy.
All right, Lars. Thanks very much. We appreciate it. When we come